Alright guys, welcome to our sessions over here. Okay, I have a few number kind of photos there, okay? So before we're going to start to develop basically our skills to draw there, okay? I saw a lot of people draw in the wrong way. Even though you guys can draw, basically, it doesn't mean the technique is right. So that means by today, basically, I'm going to show you guys how actually we are going to overcome all these kind of problems that, okay, when we want to draw that, okay? First of all, the way you're handling the tools there itself are going to be important here. All right, without having enough kind of understanding how to use your hand to hold those kind of your kind of media there, okay, your medium there, okay, which is your pen right here, or your color pencils, or your pencils there, okay. I'm using color pencil because they have this kind of what we call that the kind of mediums, okay, that actually similar to candles there, okay. Basically they're going to be have a lot of smooth kind of surface when I want to move my hands to draw the circle or draw the strokes. That's why I'm using color pencils there, okay. It made it more smoother to my movements there, okay, instead using those pencils itself. So I want to show you guys basically how actually we're going to work back again. Okay, you saw basically this, what we call that, these photos right here there, okay, these kind of subject matters that we call. All right, so if I want to draw this type of samples of reference there, okay, the thing that I have to start with first, okay, if I want to draw using those ball pen here right now, is by working with the oval kind of shapes. See, the oval kind of shapes like this one there, right? Okay, and then what I can do next, okay, this is how actually we draw itself, okay, draw the circle, repeat the circles, okay. And if I want to draw the cylinders of the shapes itself, right, okay, understand the shape there first. You see, no matter how good or bad your drawing is right now, controlling basically the strokes is really important here. Now I want to draw the bottom of this subjects, like this object here right now. So it's going to be a little bit more curved line over here. All right, the curved line there, right? So this is basically the rough or the basic structures of this thing that we call there, okay. So what I'm going to do next right now, okay, it's not important to have a lot of details there. How actually you move and develop your hands when I come to develop all these subject matters here, right, okay. The drawing itself there, okay, we're going to be a part of those important things before basically we are going to start with any kind of details later on. If you take a look right now how actually I move my hands here, right, I kind of like repeat most of the strokes. This is basically how actually we are going to measure basically our understanding of the subject that we're going to draw, and to make it more better for our form itself, right? Sorry guys, okay, I a bit kind of what we call that out of the weather there, right? So this is how actually we draw here, okay. So the subject itself here right now, okay, this one here, okay. If you want to draw any kind of circles, okay, for example like an apples there, okay, you can start with this kind of shapes, this kind of circles line. All right, this kind of circles line there, okay. Move your hands, okay, repeat, move your hands there, okay, draw the circles there before you decide to work with those kind of details there. Don't draw one single line like this. This is not the right way to draw. All right, so one single circle, because we want to control and also we want to improve basically our understanding while we draw, okay, to have a memory muscles, okay. We want to develop our memory muscles when we want to draw the stroke itself, whatever that we have imagined in our mind, okay. Right now I'm imagining one of one of the most simple kind of shapes here, okay, to draw a fruit or an apple, for example, here right now, there, right, okay, by using the confidence kind of lines, okay. It doesn't mean your dirty line like this, okay, the sketch line like this are going to be wrong there, okay. The matter is right now the quality of line, the quality of the strokes, the flows, and the pressure point basically you're going to use, okay, to work, to develop your kind of understandings were more important rather than the perfect kind of line there, right, okay, right now. Okay, understand the whole structures there first and how to control the pressure at the same times. This is basically one of the most important thing there, okay. If you saw people can draw well, basically, okay, that's why, because they can control the pressures well, like this, without using any erasers. Okay, this is one of the erasers that I have for my kids. All right, throw away those erasers there. You don't need those erasers, okay? From these moments, if you want to practice your drawing skills. All right, so this is part of it. So can you see there, okay, how actually I develop those kind of drawings over here? Even though I'm going to draw a boxes there, okay? For example, like, okay, like this kind of what we call that sharpness over here. Okay, how actually I'm going to draw this one there, right? So the thing that I can actually do there, okay, when I want to draw there, right? I'm going to start with this kind of shapes over here. See? There. How actually we control them well. The curved lines over here and over here there, right? This is how basically we develop basically our understanding while we draw. Okay. Sorry about those running nose there, guys. So this is one of the way basically we're going to move and develop those kind of strokes, okay, when we want to draw these kind of objects there, right? So this is one of the way we're actually going to work on that. If you can change the way you draw, okay, from the method that you actually have been used to work before to this one, they're going to be more fine there, okay. Take a look at how actually I draw one straight line there, okay, diagonal line like this. Can you see that from here? I don't think so. Okay, one straight line like this there, right? Okay, one straight line like this one there, right? Okay, we don't need those rulers basically in order for us to draw those lines. So if you can actually improve this kind of drawing exercise, it'll be more fine for you guys that it works. Okay, using those pen, repeat the line first, but at the same time try to control your pressures when you draw. Don't press too much like this. Don't press too much like this there, okay? Control your hands in the right way there first. All right, the next thing is, okay, I have this guy as a photo, as a reference, right? Okay? How actually I'm going to draw this guy over here. Okay, I'm going to try to draw them without using any erasers, and I'm using pen to draw them, right? Okay. First of all, I'm going to draw the circles for the head and also the faces itself. See? You guys can see from there. And then I'm going to measure the ears and also the neck itself here, right? Okay. This is basically from cylinders. This is from circle, oval, there, right? Okay. And then I'm going to draw or develop basically the structures of his head, right? Okay, shapes of the head, right? Okay, first. And remember, okay, I didn't actually attempt to draw basically the whole portrait of him, right? So I try to measure a little bit here. This is basically those shirts there, right? Okay, and then there's going to be his arm. Okay, about the cylinders at the same time there, right? There. It's a cylinder shape there, right? So this is a little bit kind of advanced for you, but if you can try to draw something like this first, okay, to understand all these kind of structures there first, okay, before you are going to develop basically details kind of understandings on to draw all those kind of what we call that reference that you have in mind here there, okay, it will be fine here. Right now I want you guys to learn to change the way basically you're going to draw, all right, using those panda, right? Okay, so to try to measure them back, okay, right now I try to measure basically the nose itself. And of course, okay, this photo's a little bit kind of like small for me there, okay, because my eye cannot actually capture basically some of the details anymore there, okay, from this particular kind of sizes there, right? But if you take a look right now, okay, how actually I work on it, this is basically how we going to control the pressures when you draw here. Okay, you need to practice there, okay, you guys need to practice how to control your hands from time to time, okay, in order to develop this kind of understanding when you want to develop your drawing skills. Okay, so if I want to render them right, so I spend a few number